Hello, Rachel Russell here. I just wanted to do a very quick Q&A because I've been asked some questions with regards to the PrimerField Bowl, and a lot of these are very simple questions. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is personal responsibility. This is a research kit. So this is for you to do your own research. And I know you may be asking for kind of anecdotal evidence of it working with specific conditions, etc. But the best way to do this is just literally just to try it yourself. This is a really good tool. Dowsing. So if you don't know how to douse, please learn and douse and ask yourself. You know, these questions are seriously important because I want you to have obviously the best information possible, and we all have the answers, you know. And anyway, so empowering yourself with this amazing research kit. Here we go, here it is. Bling bling. But yeah, so one of the questions is it okay to use with a grounding sheet? So if you've got it underneath the grounding sheet for some reason, so metals. So metals will interfere with this. So yes, if you've got metals in your shoulder, for example, you want to have it pointing around it, but the metal is not affected because the metal that they put in our bodies doesn't rust. You'd hope not anyway. And if it does, then yes, it will be magnetised to it. But generally, I have not found anybody with magnetic metal bits in their bodies. Yeah, so hips, knees, this is the same. Feet are the same, all the rest of it. Anyway, so the metal may not magnetise, but it may interfere with the ionic or the negative ions, essentially. So when you have north-facing magnets, so these are all facing north towards you, and this is the negative ions, get my words right. So the ions are disrupted, yes, by metal. So they won't go through it necessarily, but at the same time, it is going to provide amazing beneficial effects, in my opinion. This is not health advice. Always got to say that one, haven't you? Such a shame. But anyway, so grounding mat. So if you've got it with a grounding mat, as long as the magnet is above the grounding mat with your foot, perfect. If you've got a grounding mat and you're putting it underneath your bed, or you've got any metal in your bed, it is going to disrupt how much your body actually receives of the magnetic power or magnetic healing, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so underneath the bed, so just be aware of metals that you have underneath your bed. Popping it in your sock is great, but it may wake you up. It wakes me up. And I don't sleep with a pillow, so I can't have one underneath the pillow. So I have one on a stand. I either have it, you know, on my torso, I have it on my head, or I have it on my feet. And depending how I'm feeling that night, it could be, it could be all over the place. Anyway, wave patch or live patch, I think these are called. Yeah, absolutely no problem. I know that Mark answered that in one of the Telegram channels. So yeah, so wave patch, live patches, yeah, not a problem at all. Can use them. And same as the tachyon or Tesla plates, etc. All good. So keeping, somebody asked if we could provide something that could keep it safe from it being bashed around with keys and coins, etc. So my objection is to get these research kits, these beautiful little bowls to everybody so that everyone can experience these and help themselves. If you've got keys and coins, shove them in the other pocket, which is what I do. So, or make yourself knit yourself a bag, you know. In fact, I was going to go to the local knitting club and ask the ladies if they knitted them. We could exchange. And that's another thing I'm going to come to at the end of this. So, okay, additional questions. So it doesn't come with a stand, I'm very sorry, but in the description of how to use the PrimerField Bowl, I do state that there is a stand, and this is the title in which you can use in order to find one, and it's available on Amazon, on Google. You can just search for it and you'll find it, I'm sure. But it's one of those 360 kind of curvy work. I've got the phone on one at the moment. Oh yeah, this is a lovely one. So if you've got things like crystals and you put them in the bowl, yeah, guess what happens? So this one's maybe a bit small. This one maybe fits a bit of selenite. So you can use these, although I don't have a bag to put over them to keep them up that way. And you can't have them on the stand because obviously the stand interferes and is in the middle here. But you can have it in your pocket with things. So even if you've got a smaller crystal, so you could pop a smaller crystal into your pocket, but they accentuate, you know, these are miracle little things, you know, they're amazing. So calcite, C-A-L-C-I-T-E, calcite is amazing for bones. So people with like physical structural issues, I would get some calcite and just pop it in the middle. I think I bought one from eBay for like £6 and it was quite a chunky monker. Anyway, so that's crystals and the PrimerField Bowl. Distance from phones. Do you know what? Mine is sometimes in the same pocket. I've got an iPhone, I've got Macs, I've got 3 Macs, and sometimes the PrimerField Bowls are in my pocket and my computer is directly on top of it, you know. So I wouldn't, you know, people are worrying far too much. You won't slam yourself against the car, so don't worry about that. It's quite thin metal in a car. Don't worry about other computers. I mean, yes, you don't want to go right up to a computer and, you know, but you see, I've got it all the way here, and yeah, no ill effects. Sensitivities. Okay, this is important and this is lovely actually, because if people are sensitive to this, you really need it, and your body is going to feel maybe lightheaded. You might feel a juddering in your body, in which case if it's uncomfortable, move away. Take the bowl away for half an hour, come back to it, but just listen to your body. You know, your body is trying to tell you so many things, and we shut it up generally, and we should listen to it more often. I don't have the green background as normal because it's been taken over by all the printers, so it's very noisy in there. So I've got the piano in the background instead. Radius. Oh yes, that's it. So if you've got the PrimerField Bowl, what you can do, whoops, I'll just drop everything. What you can do is you can take a compass and you can move the compass around and see where it's affecting, yeah? So it'll be around about a metre radius. So that's good. Pick up my bits. Pacemaker, right. So there are a few people actually that have messaged me, and this is generally a no-no, but Tony's father-in-law, he has a pacemaker and he has a PrimerField Bowl. He has it for the floaters on his eye. Somebody messaged me and said, do I have to keep my eyes open or closed? Either is fine. Just go with the flow and what works for you, basically. I mean, it's quite fascinating, I should imagine, to keep your eyes open whilst the floaters are all just disappearing. Lovely. So pacemaker, yes. So I wouldn't recommend it, but so yeah, Tony's father-in-law, he uses them for his eyes. So if you think about it, yeah, your heart's down here and your eyes are up here. So he's not had any. So I know that magnets are used to reset some of these pacemakers, but you just need to be super, super careful. So it's pointing, yeah? You don't then just point it round and onto your shoulder. Yeah, just be really sensitive as to where you're pointing it. So take it up to your eye if you need any eye treatments, blah, blah, and then move it away and then down. That's my only suggestion, but I would be super, super careful. And don't do it if you think you're going to come a cropper or anything. So I'm really sorry. I can't. I don't want to stress how important it is to stay safe with this. Family packages. So yes, we want to do family packages. I just need to get these orders out of the way. we're also looking at, you know, that the best way to help everybody is to create fishermen rather than to give everybody fish. You know, so we're looking at different ways in which we can help others so that, you know, you can help your community. And I'm so excited because I've got so many jolly good ideas. I just need to get through these orders, and we've got lots of friends helping, so isn't that wonderful? So interesting, actually. We've had quite a few questions with regards to the static magnetic bowl, and Google has I don't know, something's happened recently because there is tons of information now on all of this. So static magnetic bowls, let me just take a sip. Static magnetic fields will not create an epileptic seizure, for example, but a spinning or a rotating magnetic field will induce or could induce an epileptic seizure. So for that reason, the static ones are much better in that sense. But I think for cancer, I'm sure it does have an effect, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It does, you know, it affects your telomeres, it affects the mitochondria in your cells, and look those up. It's quite a long word, is mitochondria, isn't it? So so the rotating magnetic field. So if you have like a condition, yeah, and you want to ask the question, so because these are the static magnetic bowls. And the rotating magnetic bowls is the PrimerCube, and that is David Lapointe's, you know, the spinning version, and the guys in Poland, and I think it's primercube.eu, they do those. Pardon me. So look for static magnetic field and whatever condition you want to search for. So is that all the questions? That's pretty quick actually so far. Grounding mat, radius, pacemaker. Oh, international posting. So I am going to be amending the posting to say it's a gift and it was a donation. And we're looking to set up a PMA, which is a private members association. And this is how we can actually help each other. We can help our communities. We can, you know, come out of this lovely system we've all been privy to for quite a long time, all our lives basically. But yeah, the PMA is something that we're setting up at the moment, and that's a separate thing, so I will be talking about that separately to all of this. But it is super important to, you know, take personal responsibility for all of this. I'll just illustrate this. It's really pretty, but this is my orange one. And the only problem with these is that you find a colour, you get the PLA plastic, which is the plastic which is made from maize or corn. So it's, you know, it's really safe on the body. It's biodegradable and all the rest of it. So we find a colour, we purchase it, and then we think, you know, it'd be great. We can do a whole array of colours. And then we go back to purchase a load of it, and there is nothing available. We cannot find these, so we're looking for matte orange. But yeah, can we find it? But it's such a pretty colour, isn't it? And yeah, but they work. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here for, you know, some additional help in our lives, and it's kind of what's been missing. And the boxes in the background, the orange boxes are for posting them out. So that's the orange on the inside actually. But anyway, I am so excited and got some seriously lovely stories coming back. And I know Mark's just posted one about Ian, so on his Telegram channel. But yeah, how lovely, isn't? And it's actually what keeps me going, because I do this dawn till dusk, because there's so much to do, and figuring out all these platforms and things to sort out. So yeah, so if there's any issues posting, etc., please do let me know. contact@hiddenrainbow.net is the email address to reach me on. And I'm really sorry if it takes me like a few days or a week or something to answer all the emails. Or mark it as urgent, like flag it up or something. if you can. I'd be very, very grateful. Anyway, many thanks to everybody who has purchased one, and yeah, we just want to share the word with everybody and trying to keep the costs low to help more people. So we have some amazing ideas, and I will do a separate video on kind of additional ways in which we can, help everybody become fishermen rather than buying the fish. But this is a good start, you know, and I think we'll probably do a session with Mark Atwood with people that have had, you know, the PrimerField Bowl for a while, and so see what the results are, and see, you know, how people are finding it, because I can't test all these conditions, you know. You guys, everyone, you know, in the world are completely unique and amazing in your own right, in your own soul. So I'm very grateful and very blessed to be standing on the shoulders of amazing people. David Lapointe is a superstar. I will be donating some of the money to him as well. So, because he put his life on the line, and people like this do. So, you know, we had the whole house taken over by printers. And lots of people during the day, and sanding. The whole top floor has basically become this sanding arena for metal bowls, and then the kitchen table is folding and rolling gloves and things. But anyway, long story short, these PrimerField bowls will be sent to you, and we're looking forward to receiving the magnets early next week. So so fingers crossed, all will be well, which I'm sure it will. And we send all our pucks with love on their special journeys to help everybody. But much love to everyone, and thank you so much, and we really appreciate you. And happy March.